the woman who fed the universe with her pain. Once in a world much like ours, but older and stranger, there lived a woman named Elara. She was not famous, not rich, nor particularly beautiful by the standards of her village, but she carried something inside her, something heavy and vast. It was her pain. Elara's pain was not the small kind that comes and goes like the seasons. It was deep, woven into her bones, a constant whisper in her heart. Some days it felt like a storm inside her chest. Other days it was a quiet, endless rain. She did not understand why she had been given so much of it, why her life had been stitched together with sorrow. But she carried it anyway, because what else could she do? One evening, as she sat by the river, watching the water swallow the last light of the sun, an old woman approached her. The stranger's hair was silver as moonlight, her skin wrinkled like the bark of an ancient tree. She sat beside Elara without a word, as if she had always been there. "You are heavy with pain," the old woman said at last. Elara did not deny it. "It is all I have," she whispered. The old woman nodded, as if this were the answer she had expected. "And what will you do with it? What can I do?" Elara asked. "Pain is not a thing to be used. It is only a weight." The old woman smiled, but it was not unkind. "You are wrong," she said. "Pain is the oldest magic in the universe. It is the thread that weaves the stars together." Elara frowned. "That makes no sense." "It will," the old woman said. And then she reached into the folds of her cloak and pulled out a small wooden bowl. It was plain, unremarkable, but when she placed it in Elara's hands, it felt warm, alive. "Tonight, when the sky is darkest, take this bowl outside. Hold it beneath your heart and let your pain fall into it. Then wait." Before Elara could ask another question, the old woman stood and walked away, disappearing into the twilight as silently as she had come. That night, under a sky thick with stars, Elara did as she was told. She knelt in the grass, the wooden bowl cradled in her hands, and she let her pain flow into it. She thought of every loss, every wound, every lonely night. She did not hold back, and as her tears fell into the bowl, something strange happened. The bowl did not fill. Instead, the pain turned into light. Tiny, glowing threads rose from the bowl, spiraling upward like smoke, twisting into the sky. Higher and higher they climbed, until they reached the stars, and then, impossibly, the stars grew brighter. Elara watched in wonder as the night sky shimmered, as if her sorrow had become something beautiful, something necessary. The next morning, the bowl was empty. But the world felt different. The air was softer. The birds sang sweeter. And when Elara walked through the village, she noticed something odd. People smiled more. Their burdens seemed lighter. She understood then. Her pain had not vanished. It had been transformed. It had fed the universe. From that night on, Elara returned to the bowl whenever her pain grew too heavy. And each time, the stars burned brighter. The earth grew kinder. She did not know how it worked, only that it did. Years passed. Elara grew older. Her hair turned gray, her hands trembled, but she never stopped pouring her pain into the bowl. And though she had lived a life of sorrow, she died with a quiet joy, because she knew her suffering had not been wasted. It had become starlight. And even now, on the darkest nights, if you look closely at the sky, you might see a flicker of Elara's light, a reminder that pain, no matter how deep, can nourish the universe. So if you, too, carry a weight in your chest, remember Elara's bowl. Remember that even sorrow can become something greater. And the stars will thank you for it. The end.